Let's talk a little tech this morning. Here we have the C-tug kayak canoe stand-up paddleboard cart. It's made by Railblaza. They retail, I think, $139.99. So far, this thing is what I've seen is solid. As you can see, it breaks down. It fits inside the hatch, inside the compartment. So, and that was pretty fast. You know, it comes apart really quick. Alright guys, so one thing I noticed about this cart is that it accomplishes two things. It's very difficult to do, and that is to be light and yet strong and durable at the same time. And that's exactly what this cart is. It is super solid. It does not feel like it's going to break, or any part of it at all is weak or flimsy. It doesn't flex anywhere. It's just it feels like a solid built piece of equipment. I also like the fact that you don't have pneumatic tires. You have the solid, the wheels are just solid, and they have a rubber coating on the outside, or a rubber layer on the outside of the tire, so you still get some grip on it, which is great. But you don't have this pneumatic tire because, as many of you may know, there's nothing more annoying than driving half an hour, 2 hours to the lake, and go to put your cart under the boat, and well, would you look at that, a tire or two tires are flat, and one tire is really the worst because you know you're trying to push or pull the cart and it's trying to pull itself to that direction. So the fact you don't even have pneumatic tires, you have to worry about air at all, because I know myself, the last thing on my mind in the morning before I go to the lake is, you know, whether or not the tires are aired up. You know, all I'm thinking about is, you know, 99% of the time I'm loaded up the night before, so all I'm thinking about is the alarm goes off, get up, get dressed, make coffee, get in the truck, and we're gone. So that's a big help there. On the pads that the hole sits on, you can adjust them, I mean, all the way from totally flat to, you know, like that angle, so it'll fit any hole design you can pretty much think of. Also, those pads on there, it has a rubberized pad on it, and it will grip the hole. It'll grip onto the bottom of the hole. So even if you don't have your straps on as tight as they could be, you know, it'll grip on there. The only time I've seen a C-tug have difficulty is when I had my PA and my buddy Thomas. We went to the Brazos one time, and it's a real steep launch, and we put the PA on the C-tug and got it about halfway up the steep launch, and the C-tug fell out and fell apart. But it didn't fall apart because of any faultiness in the C-tug. It fell apart just because it was so much weight, you know, 150 something pounds, pulling it up this hill, and the straps weren't tight enough, and it was a bad situation. So other than that, I've never seen a C-tug have any difficulty moving anything. I mean, I've seen guys move fully loaded 17-foot canoes you know, a guy at the front, a guy at the back, with the C-tug in the middle, and pushing the canoes over some pretty rough terrain. So it seems to be a great cart. So 139 bucks plus tax. You know, find a deal on it, or like myself, one of our local shops, Mariner Sales over in Dallas. When you buy a kayak from them, you get 15% off of any gear that you buy with the boat purchase. So I got it 15% off. Again, I got to say it's an awesome upgrade. So if you have the money, you know, we get the question all the time, hey, is C-tug worth the money? And I will tell you that the C-tug is worth the money. Do you have to have the C-tug? No, you do not. You don't have to have anything. You can make something and get away with it, you know, or you can have two people and just carry the kayak. Questions are, you know, I always try to tell guys, questions about gear are relative. You know, it's relative to your budget. It's relative to what you need, to what you want, you know, or what you think you can get away with. So, you know, in my opinion, when you can upgrade, you should always upgrade. And that applies to everything: kayaks, reels, rods, lures, line, kayak equipment. I mean, anything, you know. Yeah, you know, I can. I've got an '86 Chevy pickup. You know, yeah, I can get from point A to point B in my old Chevy pickup. But I can get from point A to point B much more efficient, much more comfortable in my F-250 or in my wife's Pathfinder. I mean, whatever, you know. There's always an upgrade you can do. So always keep that in mind when you're thinking about gear and you're asking the question, is this worth it? I really like this cart, and I gotta say I'm glad that I bought it. So guys, leave me any comments, anything else you want to see. I've got some more videos coming up on the Diablo. I'm kind of behind on my videos. I kind of lost my desire to make videos. I'd lost the camera in the lake one day, and that kind of really killed it. And sometimes I feel like I'm just giving all the same stuff over and over again. So, you know, leave me some comments. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know, you know, you want to see a weekly vlog, or do you want to see more, you know, like tech tip stuff or DIY stuff, you know, stuff like that. I know a lot of guys want to see stuff on, you know, fishing, lures, and tackle and all that stuff. And I'm going to try to do some of this stuff. At the same time, I also fish tournaments. And a lot of the guys that watch the videos are also guys I fish tournaments with. So, you know, I try to keep some things to myself because, you know, I am paying money to fish in a tournament. And so I don't necessarily always want. I may try to start doing a thing where maybe after the tournament I'll sit down and talk about what I used. You know, also, you know, I mean, you know, this is an outdoors channel, and the outdoor life. So, you know, I mean, you know, if you want to see stuff on, you know, nutrition and, you know, fitness, as it relates to the outdoors, because it is important, in my opinion, to keep in shape and to eat right. So, you know, whatever y'all want to see, man, just you know, let me know. Leave me a comment. Leave me a thumbs up. You know, hit that subscribe button if you hadn't hit that subscribe button, and let's catch you on the next one, guys. Appreciate it.